it's always a cycle, and this is that time of the month again where there's a dividend to be paid. And in this video I'm going to give you an update on YieldMax ETF distribution for this month of March. If you look, we go right to it, we can see here YieldMax ETF announces a monthly distribution on Nvidia 105, Connie, and AI, AMD, Moderna, and other ETFs. So I always do this. I compare between the this month, which is on your right hand side, and versus last month. And the reason I'm doing this is because it's kind of very important for you to know what did you get last month and what are you getting this month. What are differences, and that way you can actually track and you can do what they call average, and you can average to see exactly how much you are getting per year. So that way it's more reliable data rather than just say, well, because we know the dividends and distribution paid different every month. Sometimes, there's some months they are pretty much equal, but if we go to dividend right away, of course the dividend was announced today. Distribution for the following YieldMax option income strategy. These are the ETFs. We can see the first one here is Tesla, and we can see here Tesla has paid about it's 54% what they paid this month, but we can see the distribution is 81 cents. If we look at here last month, they did pay the same, pretty much 54 55 percent, but was only 40. So what's going on here? Oh, the reason is because they did split the shares, right? 1 for 2. That means instead of getting 40, now you have 2 shares. So you're getting, instead of your 2 shares, because you want 80, but the dividend will increase. So now you getting 81 per share, because technically these are 2 shares, right? So that's why it is right now. And I've made a video. If you check my other video, I explain what dividends is going to be. So there's no shock on that. When we look at the ARK investment, we can see here they paid last month, they paid 36. This month they're paying 46%, 41. So there's a little increase there. We can see it's 46 versus 38 cents. If we look at the Apple, Apple, there's a big increase. And by the way, Apple, there's always a very fluctuate a lot. It usually pays. This is double from what they paid last month. You see, last month they pay only 11%. This month they pay 28%. That's more than double what they did pay. So that's pretty good for Apple. When you come to Nvidia, 69 last month. This month they pay 101. This is a huge. That's almost over 31% up. So there's 262 this month. And last month they only pay 153. When you look at the Amazon, it was 35 last month. This month they pay about 32. So it's pretty much almost the same. We'll look at the Meta, 58 this month. Last month they pay 61. So there's no big difference there. It's a little bit off, but 19 for Google. This month is 28. So this month is a little bit down from what they paid last month. We look at Netflix. It's 46% or 72 cents. And last month they did pay was 78%, right? Versus 46, and that was almost 1.25 cents or 26 cents if you round up. So that's cut of almost close to 50%. So Netflix cut this month. We'll look at the coin. Right, This is a Coinbase ETF. Of course, the crypto popping right now, and we can see this month they pay a little bit more because it's 74% or 166 versus last month they did pay $1.07. So this month you getting more on Coiny, and I hope they would make more because there's a lot of fluctuation when it comes to Coinbase and crypto this month. When it comes to Microsoft, 35% last month. This month they increased to 39%, or 76 cents versus 68. Disney, they paid 30 cents last month. This month they pay way more. It's almost double, like 77, right? Which is 17%. And this month they pay 41. I like this data because I can see it and I can compare and I can make sure I'm getting my average really down. And if you want me to give you an average on all the income from where they start paying dividends, just let me know on a comment below and I can make a spreadsheet for you. If we look at the ExxonMobil, they did pay 22 cents last month, which is month of February, right? And this is March, right? So that was 15% yield, and this month is 19% yield. JP Morgan, they pay 23 cents, which is the 13%, and this month they pay about 27, so paid about 46. So there's an increase there a little bit, which is pretty much actually double, right? So a lot of these stocks actually, they had a double when it comes to dividend and yield, because if you look at 27 versus that, it should be only 26. They pay 27, so that's pretty much double, right? So it's pretty good. AMD, AMD, they a little bit cut. You can see it's 87 versus 69%, so 137 cents versus 167 cents. PayPal, they pay 41 cents, 31%, or 65 cents. This month they did pay pretty little bit more. It's 72 cents, so there's a 46% versus 41. It's not that big a difference, but it's still a difference. It can make sense. It can make a lot of difference if you invest a lot of money. So imagine if you have 100,000 invested in this one. If they did pay 72 cents versus this one versus 65 cents, that's a difference. So the bigger the portfolio you have, the bigger the difference the number is going to be, because 2 cents out of 10,000 shares, that's a lot, right? We look at the Square, it's 38 cents, and this month there's an increase almost 65, so we pay about 33% versus 22. We look at Moderna, they did pay 35% yield, but this month they increased to almost 100%. It's 66, and that's 1.13. We look at AI. This is another stock. They did pay 29 cents last month. This month there's an increase about 70%. That's a huge increase. That's almost 30 double. That's more than 120 almost percent up. So they pay 1 and 6 cents versus only 40 cents. So that's amazing for this month. I mean, I can tell you, when it comes to MicroStrategy, this ETF just came out a couple weeks ago. I made a video about this. So check your link. You will see this video on my channel. If you want to know more about this, but because it came out last month, they are not going to pay dividend for this month. This will be paying dividend next month. So all in all, it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good. I like this. So we can say most of dividends, most of these ETFs actually have increased their dividends. With the exception of very few that they did cut. For example, Netflix, it did pay less this month versus what it did pay next month. But majority of the ETFs, they increased their dividend massively, more than 100%. So this is a pretty good news for this month. We know they're going to pay all this dividend, but when are they going to pay? We look at the ex-dividend date, which is the date that you have to be invested before you can be accounted for dividend, which is the record date, which is going to be tomorrow. So today you're supposed to be invested. You still be invested from yesterday, for example, and the ex-dividend date was today, but the dividend will be paid on the 8th. So for people who are a holder of these ETFs right now, they don't have to worry anything. They don't have to worry about anything because you're going to get dividends. But if you're not a holder or you're not an investor of this ETF, just make sure you subscribe on this channel, because I always give you an update so you don't miss these update of dividends, and you can be informed. That's all for today, guys. I just want to give you a quick update on YieldMax March dividend distribution. Till I meet again next video, subscribe, and if you like this content, just make sure you hit the like button. Bye bye.